I get this question all the time on my wrist fracture videos asking, can I run? My doctor and most people I know say no to exercise. Why can I walk but not run? Well, I completely understand where this person is coming from. You want to stay active when you have an injury, but unfortunately, running is not the same as walking, and it could actually do more harm than good. And so in this video, I'm gonna break down 3 reasons why you should not run with a broken wrist, but stick around because at the end, I'll share some safe exercises you can actually do with a broken wrist to help you stay active while you heal. All right, reason number 1, running increases blood flow and swelling. So running gets your heart pumping, right? Which is normally a great thing. But when you run, your heart rate increases and more blood is pumped throughout your body to supply oxygen to all of your muscles. But this means more fluid gets sent out to your extremities. And so your legs, your feet, your arms, and your hands will swell, including your injured hand, which is probably already swollen. But the problem is that your cast does not expand. This can make your splint or your cast feel really tight. Just imagine squeezing a balloon inside your cast. If you start blowing it up or filling it up, it has nowhere to go. And so the pressure builds up, and that's what happens when your wrist swells inside a tight cast. And trust me, it does not feel good at all. Your fingers can start swelling, making them feel really stiff. They might feel numb and tingly, or even turn a little blue because the cast is compressing on the blood supply in your hand. Plus, your wrist will probably start throbbing in pain and may stay that way for several hours. It's just a super uncomfortable experience and not what you want during the healing process. Now, a quick side note, if your cast always feels too tight, then do let your doctor or your therapist know because it might need to be adjusted. And so that is why lower impact walking is often a better option. Your heart rate won't increase as much. Plus, you can periodically elevate your arm when you're walking, something that is not easy to do when you're running. Reason number 2, running puts stress on your wrist. Running is a high impact activity for your whole body that can be beneficial for bone health, except when you have a broken bone. Every time your foot hits the ground, that repetitive jarring and impact travels up your legs, into your spine, and yes, even into your arms. This is actually called ground reaction force, and it's basically like a ripple effect through your entire body. Now, of course, it depends on many factors like the kind of surface you are running on, the types of shoes you are wearing, which bone is fractured, and even your running mechanics. And you might not feel the impact right away, but over time, the repetitive jolts can increase pain and swelling, even slow down bone healing, and disrupt your fracture alignment, which could lead to more time in your cast, or worse, you might need surgery. And let's not forget about sweat. If you're running, chances are you're sweating, and that means a dirty, smelly cast that can cause itchy skin. And nothing will drive you more crazy. That's another stress on your wrist that you can avoid by waiting until your cast is off to run. And reason number 3, running can cause imbalances and balance issues. Now, what I mean by imbalances is when you run with a broken wrist, you might not realize that you subconsciously adjust your posture and your arm swing to compensate for the injury. So maybe you hold your arm really close to your body, or you stiffen up your shoulder. Maybe your cast is really heavy. But over time, this can create muscle imbalances, which can lead to neck pain or shoulder pain or back pain because you're not getting that thoracic rotation that you need for running. Plus, if you start carrying your arm differently for several weeks, you could create bad habits that can take longer to fix than your wrist injury. And in regards to balance issues, your arms play a huge role in stabilizing your body when you run. So if you're not swinging them normally, you could be more likely to lose your balance and fall. And the last thing you want is to land on your injured wrist. I know you don't want that, and your doctor does not want that. All right, so running is out, but don't worry, I've got plenty of options to help you stay active without risking your recovery. But before anything else, always check with your doctor or your therapist about what's safe for your specific injury. Now let's get into what you can do instead. Hopefully this will give you a few safe ways to exercise with a broken wrist. So the first one is walking. I know I already talked about it, but walking is a great low impact alternative to running. Just be mindful of how fast you are walking and make sure to try to focus on swinging your arms as normal as you can to help keep yourself balanced. Another idea is yoga or Pilates. You don't have to put weight into your wrist with yoga or Pilates. There are so many modifications and even restorative yoga, meditation, and breathing exercises. All of that can help keep both your body and your mind strong during recovery. Another idea is stationary biking. No arm movement is needed, but you'll still get a really good cardio workout. Swimming is another great option if and only if you have a waterproof cast. Otherwise, steer clear. Another idea is to work out your legs and your core. So this could be a great time to focus on building your lower body and your core strength. And finally, rehab exercises. Just because your wrist is healing doesn't mean that you can't move the rest of your arm. And in fact, in my other videos, I share a lot about the importance of keeping your fingers and your elbow and your shoulder moving to help prevent them from stiffening up when you have a broken wrist. If you need some exercise ideas, then check out my shoulder exercises with a cast video here where I guide you through 5 exercises that you can do either sitting or standing. If you found this video helpful, do please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe for more tips to stay strong when life slows you down. And drop a comment below. What's your favorite way to stay active while you're recovering from an injury? I'd love to hear your ideas. Until next time, thanks for watching.